Hey guys, welcome back to another GTA Online video. My name is Saintsfan, and this is going to be more than likely a pretty quick video because this is just sort of an update to the drip feed vehicles. I showed you guys some gameplay of them yesterday or 2 days ago, whenever it was. If you want to check out what they look like in game, definitely look at that video. But in this video, we're going over the prices and the somewhat release order. And unfortunately, it does in fact look like the best. They're saving it for last. That Camaro and the Audi R8, you might be waiting a little bit until they release in the game. So anyway, let's take a look at the pictures. Now these are coming from Foxy Snaps, and the first picture we're going to take a look at is the legendary Motorsport website, because this one actually only has two of the, I think, what, 13 or 12 drip feed vehicles. You can see we have the Obey 10F, and we actually have the SM722. We can see the prices, and shockingly, the Obey 10F is a relatively reasonable price car for how good it looks and the customization, which we'll look at here in a sec. It only being 1.6 mil is, I think, an absolute steal. It is a sports car, so maybe that is the reason, but I was expecting it to definitely be a lot higher. The other vehicle, though, on this website is the SM722, that weird looking benefactor, and it is 2.1 million. And before we do get any further into the other pictures, the way the release order works is the car you see further down, that's what's coming first. So obviously in this picture, we have the Torero on the far right, which is a vehicle that's already out. So following the order that is on this website, the SM722 would be coming next, and then the Obey 10F. The problem is when they have three different websites, that's where it gets a little confusing. I'll explain more about that in a second, but these are the only two vehicles on the legendary Motorsport: Obey 10F, benefactor SM722. Next, we actually have Benny's. Benny's is freaking returned, man. I am so excited for this. And you can actually see the Obey 10F is on Benny's as well. But unfortunately, it is literally the last vehicle. So that's why I say they're saving the best for last, because it probably isn't coming out until another like 2-ish months. The first vehicle, though, that will release on Benny's at the bottom left is that Brioso 300. You can see it's 457,000, and there will be an upgrade, of course, at Benny's. That, I mean, we don't really know the prices of that just yet. It'll probably be something similar, probably 400, 500K. And that'll add the wide body variant. And then the same sort of with the Ubermax Sentinel Classic there. That's also going to have a wide body variant. You can buy the regular edition here on Benny's, and then you can go to Benny's to upgrade it to the wide body. The BF Weevil is only 650K, and it's going to have some crazy customization, so that's actually not too bad. And then again, I guess they're just putting it on two different websites. The Obey 10F, 1.67 mil. You definitely can bring that to Benny's, and there is also a wide body upgrade. So it does appear that those wide body upgrades we looked at yesterday in the game, they're not going to be separate vehicles that you could purchase. It's just going to be an upgrade to the vehicles we already have in the game. So far the prices are actually somewhat reasonable. And then that takes us to the final website, the Southern San Andreas Super Autos website. This is the website that has a bunch of vehicles, 6 in total. And fortunately, that Camaro is sort of middle of the pack. It's not the last one, but you're still going to have to be waiting a decent bit for it, because the first vehicle that's going to be releasing is the bottom right, the Drauger, that crazy off-road vehicle. And you can see it's pretty expensive, 1.4 to 1.8 mil. Now it does have a trade price, which is a little interesting. I guess we don't really know how to unlock that, but that's coming first. Then we have the Runer ZZ8 at 1.3 mil, and I'm gonna be honest, I don't think many people are gonna buy that. Just, it's not worth 1.3 mil, at least for me driving it around. It's kind of crazy. That Camaro, though, look at that, $2 million, man. They're charging us, aren't they? It's a muscle car. I think it's the most expensive muscle car now in the game, but it is the third on their release list, and it is coming in at 2 mil. Then we have the Canjo, I think it's like SJ or something, 1 mil to 1.3 mil. Again, trade prices here, we're not really sure. I'm assuming there's going to be something that Rockstar releases. You play it, and then you unlock the trade price. You also have the Postlude next. All of those, or both of those, have very good customization. They're not Benny's, but it's Benny's Light, so it should be really cool to customize. And then the final one, the one I don't think anyone really cares about, that SUV BMW hatchback type of car, the Reinhardt, coming in at 1.6 mil. Does Rockstar think people are going to actually spend that much money on that vehicle? Maybe, who knows? But that rounds up the list. And what makes this sort of confusing, why we can't give a definite release order, is because Rockstar can just pick one of these websites each week. So let's say next week we get the Draugr, okay? Well, then the following week they could go to Benny's website and give us the Brioso 300. And then the next week they can go to the legendary Motorsport website and give us the SM722. And then they can go back and give the Runer ZZ8. So that's why if you're wanting that Camaro, and especially the Obey 10F, they are pretty far down. The Obey 10F is actually the last vehicle more than likely going to get released. And that Camaro is a good probably 3, 4, 5-ish weeks away. So you shouldn't be expecting them anytime soon, which is a little bit unfortunate. But at least now we kind of know a somewhat release order, and we get a look at all the prices so we can see how much we need to save. And if you're like me, you've been stocking up on those businesses, all the double money and everything. I definitely have made a lot of money this week. So hopefully that'll probably go towards some of these vehicles when they do release. Now, the only other thing that's a bit different this go around with the drip feed is that it's not just going to be vehicles. There's actually been quite a bit of stuff found in the game files, which I'll probably make a separate video because there's some really cool stuff, especially some of the cooler clothes and some of the game modes actually. But that's actually also going to be drip fed. Clothes, game modes. We even have the M16. So that might be a separate week. So normally it would have gone every single week. You'd get a new vehicle, but that doesn't happen now. It seems like you'll get a vehicle one week. The next week you won't get a vehicle. You'll just get a game mode, or maybe you just get the M16. So Rockstar is really stretching this out. I mean, in the drip feed, they've already found stuff for Halloween. So that's how far this drip feed is going to extend, all the way at least until Halloween. So it's definitely going to be a long time for some of these things, some of these vehicles especially. But anyway, that's going to do it for the video. Thank you guys for watching. Of course, if you guys want to see more, definitely hit that subscribe button. Whenever these vehicles do release, I will be making, in-depth videos letting you guys know if the vehicles are worth it. So definitely check that out if you're curious. But thank you guys for watching. Please drop the video a like if you did enjoy. Subscribe for more GTA content. And as always, I'll see you all in the next one.